Welcome to Geeks Between Worlds, the crossover podcast where pop culture collides.
What's up, everybody? I am your host, Oscar Lucio, and you are probably wondering, where is my regular podcast? Well, don't worry. Today is just going to be something a little bit different. I wanted to come on here and announce that we are officially in year 2 of Geeks Between Worlds. We are so happy to be here, and we are so happy to have your support, the listeners. If you have went and checked out our social media sites, our YouTube videos, if you've subscribed, if you'd liked, if you've shown us any support at all, just thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We're just this local, small-time thing, and all the love from you guys really makes a difference. So thank you, most importantly. This first year, we worked on a lot of things, but mostly what we worked on was just trying to get everything into a routine, getting it down to a science, and simplifying what we needed to do to make this run the best. That was from finding what people were happy doing, finding what people were best at, schedules, and things like that. So we had to try to figure that out before we can advance the show. And really just trying to figure out what we can and couldn't do yet was the biggest thing. There's a lot of aspirations and ideas out there, and we're just trying to fit them all in and get them best prepared for you. So if you haven't noticed, Steven Scotthorn has been taking the bulk of the shows. He's my left-hand man. He's my go-to guy. He's good at podcasting. He has a good mouth. He's got a good mouth for podcasting. So that's why he's always up here. I'll have him on for, sometimes 4 or 5 shows at a time in a continuous run. And going into year 2, I want to let you know that you will be hearing from people like Joel Gonzalez Moore and Matt Bostic, if you remember from our Rocket League episode early on in year 1. Those are good guys. I want them on the show more often. I think it's good diversity for you, the listeners. You guys need some variety in your life, so that's what I'm going to try to give to you. And on top of those people that you already know, we want to try to get in some newer guests, maybe some newer guests with some local talents, maybe an Overwatch player or two, pro gamer. Who knows what we're going to do? A small-time local comic book artist. The sky's the limit. So we're going to try to get those people on the show for you as well. So every week is just something different and new for you. If you haven't checked it out yet, we have a YouTube channel. Now, this is important for GBW going forward. You guys love videos. The world loves videos. That's what we need to get into is videos. So that's going to be our next frontier. We're the Star Trek Enterprise, and YouTube is the beyond. We want to get in there, and we want to explore that revenue as much as possible. We're going to have some new shows on there, starting out with Gimme That Box, which is going to be our official unboxing video. And really what this series is going to do for us is just teach us some cinematography, videography. We're going to learn lighting. We're going to just learn the best way to present ourselves in video. So we hope that you watch that so you can watch us grow, and we can watch this community grow as well. And also, Gimme That Box is going to be kind of on a hiatus scale, because it's just going to be whenever I have something cool to show you that I can open. That's not all the time. So I'm going to try to make that happen as much as possible. But other than that, our YouTube channel will be filled with events, game streaming, and we'll get into that in a second. That'll be a huge thing that Steven's going to start doing. And we just want to do events, things like that, maybe even react videos. So if you haven't checked out the YouTube channel, go check it out, Geeks Between Worlds. Hit a subscribe. That'd be awesome. And next, we talked about it. If you have helped our social media links, if you checked us out at GBW Podcast on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook.com/Fandom Talk, come find us, come talk to us. We love talking to you guys. We want all of your opinions. If something sucked, tell me. If something was awesome, tell me. If you have a talent that you would like to get on air, let us know. That's what we want to do. And in year 2, we just want to focus on some new things, and I want to let you know kind of what to expect. Now, as I said before, we're going to be really moving forward with the YouTube videos and videos in general, whether it be on Facebook, Instagram, whatever we can do. That's going to be our main concentration whenever we're trying to create new content. We got the podcast down, I think, so now moving forward, anything new should be translated through video rather than audio. Another thing that we want to do is longer podcasts. Longer podcasts, I think, are essential. It leads for a better conversation. We have more fun, more time to goof around. If you notice, a lot of times in year one of GBW, we kind of cut to the chase. We were trying to just build up those chops to be able to learn how to present facts, entertainment, ideas, and we have that down pretty well now. So now we want to have fun with you guys. We want to make jokes. We want to bring back that comedy that the first show, Fandom Random, have. If you are with us through Fandom Random, which was our show before GBW, I also want to say from my heart, thank you. That's awesome. That was totally just a fun thing that we did that turned into this. So all great things come from somewhere. As I mentioned earlier, game streaming. Now, game streaming is going to be something that primarily me and Steven are going to start doing. It's something that he really enjoys, too. That's also why I'm going to try to have more people doing the podcast rather than Steven. I also found out that the dude's a killer camera guy, so he's gonna be my camera guy, too, as well. So whenever you see production, say, hey, Steven's behind this, because he is the man, and that's why he's here. That's why I have him around. So that's going to be awesome. Another thing that I would like to suggest and maybe have is, instead of like a monthly book club, we're going to have a monthly movie podcast. And this might go up disregarding the bi-weekly podcast schedule. So maybe we'll have a fixed date, or maybe we'll just wait till the best movie of the month comes out so we can all talk about it that corresponding weekend of its release, so you guys can hear it, be fresh on it. You're not getting a podcast about a movie that came out 2 weeks ago that's everywhere else. We want to try to get you that podcast within the 24 to 48 hours of the movie releasing, because that's what makes a difference. You know, you don't want to listen to something that you've seen everywhere on your Facebook feed, on your Twitter feed, even on the news these days. The news outlets even cover all that stuff. So, like I was saying earlier with the guests, we would like to bring on some local talents. Whether you're an artist, or whether you're a small-time indie video game designer, a VR game designer, anything, another podcast, we want to advertise your talents for you for free. We want people to know what you're doing. If you're a cosplayer, send us some photos, but that's something that we're going to try to really push in year two, is coming out and being that community-driven show to where everybody can look at us and say, hey, you know what? They're trying to do their own thing, but they also want to give everybody else a shot at getting their name out there, their product out there, just like we do. So if you're out there, you have some talents, you know some friends with some talents, even if you're doing makeup videos, things like that, and you want to do themed makeup for a movie, whatever you want to do, the sky's the limit. Just contact us at GBW Podcast, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Last but not least, I would like to do a call for help. If you have talents in video, if you would like to learn it, if you would like to learn how to podcast, if you are a writer, just let us know. Would really like to pull you into this and get you a part of everything that we're doing. Big thing of why I created GBW Podcasts is so everybody gets a chance to succeed. I was somebody that went down a different road and it wasn't quite successful, and I didn't graduate from college, and I did drop out, and I had to do homeschooling and things like that. So I understand what it is to feel like you never got the chance to shine, and that's what GBW is about. Let's get you out there. Whatever talent you have, whatever skill set you have, let's use it, let's get it out there, and let's evolve you too. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. Let's get everybody somewhere different, a different place in a year. Let's get everybody more acquainted with their skills. Now, the biggest thing, we just want to keep creating content for you guys. That is huge. So that means getting the podcast in your hand, in your phone, and in your ears. That's the best way I could describe that. We want to get you listening. We want to get your friends listening. We want this podcast to reach out to different states across the country. This is detrimental for GBW's success. If you see a post and you feel like sharing it, that's great. Let people know who we are. If you listen, mention us at work. We so desperately want everybody to know who we are so we can give you a great show, great content, and make you laugh during the day, make you learn something that you didn't before, that has interests, that piques your interest. I know the bi-weekly thing sometimes isn't the best. You're saying, oh, I'm getting a podcast every other week. By then, I've either heard your guys' topics, or I've listened to so many other podcasts between the time you release your podcast, it's almost a drag. Well, we're going to stick with that bi-weekly schedule for now. If I can get a podcast in weekly, I'm going to definitely try to do it. We'll just put it under as an extra podcast. And if I can go weekly, I'm going to definitely try to go weekly this year. But we just want to keep the standard at a bi-weekly pace, just so you're not expecting too much from us, we're not expecting too much from ourselves, and we're not giving ourselves crazy deadlines, because it is a hard thing to do. Everybody's got schedules. We all have day jobs. You have day jobs, so you could definitely understand. A lot of people want to get off their job, and they just want to go home and relax, which is understandable. That's what we all want to do. So it's going to stick to that for now, but that doesn't mean it can't change. So most importantly, once again, just thank you for listening, and thank you for checking out this little PSA announcement, whatever you want to call it. I thank you for coming to check this out, and I thank you for the continual support that you will have with us. I hope that you return. I hope you get your friends into it, and I hope you enjoy our show, most importantly. So thank you very much. We hope to keep giving you a show that you enjoy, that you want to come back to. So let us know if we're doing anything wrong. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. That's a fucking rant. So wubba lubba dub dub, I'm out.
Thanks for listening. Like what you hear? Subscribe now and feel free to drop us a rate and review. Stay current with all things Geeks Between Worlds.